Welcome. Today we are looking at why assimilation succeeded in Senegal. Africans in the four communes, that is the towns of Senegal, K.C.E, Dakar, Rafik, and St. Louis, were familiar with European traders, administrators, and missionaries as a result of a long period of interaction with them. A high percentage of the population in the towns had been converted to Christianity, so they readily accepted assimilation. The existence of the high percentage of mulattoes, people of mixed races, was an advantage. After the pioneer French trading post at St. Louis in 1659, French population increased and intermarriages occurred, giving rise to the mulattoes who were keen to identify with the French. Why assimilation failed in French West Africa? It was difficult for Africans to abandon their cultures in favor of the French culture. Muslims resisted attempts to convert them to Christianity. Frenchmen did not accept Africans as their equals. There was fear among European Frenchmen that the assimilated Africans would compete with them in trade. African chiefs assisted assimilation because they did not want to lose their authority. French citizens in France opposed the policy for the fear of being outnumbered in the Chamber of Deputies. Assimilation was too expensive to sustain, in particular due to the condition that each African had to be educated in order to be assimilated. Assimilation undermined French colonization as if it could not be possible to exploit Africans who attained the assimil status. Consequences of assimilation on the Africans in Senegal. African cultures were eroded as many Africans adopted the French culture. Christianity slowed the spread of Islam in the quarter communes. The authority of traditional leaders was undermined as they were replaced by the assimilated Africans. Africans from Senegal participated in the political matters of France. Blaise Diagne was elected deputy in the French Parliament. The colony was incorporated into the French Republic and regarded as an overseas province of France. Divisions occurred between the assimilated Africans who became French citizens and the non-citizens who paid taxes and were subjected to forced labor. The assimilated Africans acquired French education and had to serve in French civil service. The failure of assimilation led to the new policy of association. Comparison between the British and French forms of administration in Africa. In both systems, European officials were in charge of the senior positions in the government. The European officials in both cases adopted exploitative economic measures to develop the colony for their own good. Africans were subjected to land alienation, forced labor, and taxation. The British and French appointed chiefs among communities that did not have central authorities. The Africans were subjected to oppressive colonial laws and were denied the right to vote. The British appointed traditional leaders as chiefs, whereas the French handpicked individuals to become chiefs. The French administration used military officers, whereas the British used a mixture of amateurs and professionals. British rule was varied, as both direct and indirect rule were applied. The French had a uniform policy of assimilation, but only changed to association when assimilation failed. Indirect rule preserved African cultures while assimilation eroded them. Africans in the French colonies became French citizens with full rights. The elites in the British colonies remained subjects. The British gave the local leaders a lot of power, while the French worked to undermine the chieftaincies. Laws in French colonies were Laws in French colonies were legislated in France, but in British colonies they were made by the respective legislative councils. British colonies were administered separately by a governor accountable in Britain. The French colonies, the French colonies were governed as a federation and regarded as the overseas provinces of departments of France. The French colonies elected their representatives to the Chamber of Deputies in France, while British colonies had legislative councils where policies were made for the colonies. British colonies were not represented in the House of Commons. Thanks a lot for subscribing and listening to me. God bless you.